Volkswagen is about to plead guilty to 6 charges related to misleading consumers about the efficiency of its diesel engine vehicles in Canada. The scandal known as Dieselgate affected millions of vehicles around the world. The company paid out billions and some executives went to jail. But as Sean O'Shea explains, the automaker may get an easier ride in this country.
The biggest environmental crime ever committed in the world. It was committed globally. It was committed for nearly a decade.
Lawyer and automobile law professor Amir Adaran lays out what Volkswagen did. The automaker has paid out billions in civil settlements after admitting it cheated consumers to make diesel vehicles appear to be more fuel efficient and environmentally safe than they actually were.
And they do it for their profit, and they don't mind if they're killing you.
Volkswagen executives in other countries face charges for what they did. Some sit behind bars. But Canadian regulators took 4 years to investigate Volkswagen. This past Monday, they laid 60 charges against the company. In fact, prosecutors and Volkswagen's lawyers have struck a plea bargain, with VW about to plead guilty to all the charges.
The investigation was extensive, but for the last several months, we've been in discussions with defense counsel, with counsel for Volkswagen AG.
The company's lawyers and the Crown negotiated a settlement even before charges were laid, an unusual kind of prosecution.
I've been a lawyer for about 20 years, and I'm a law professor, and I've never seen this done, and I've never seen it done with this crime.
Pre-charge discussions, the Crown always, of course, respects the public interest, attempts to ensure a fair resolution.
Records show Volkswagen lobbied the government and the Prime Minister's office over Dieselgate, meeting with the same staffer involved in the SNC-Lavalin scandal.
It shows our government working hand in cahoots with Volkswagen to help cover up what they did.
Why did the Liberal government and the Prime Minister's office give such special treatment to this massive corporate fraud?
But the minister in charge sidestepped the question.
And that is because we're building partnerships with the private sector to bring in foreign direct investment.
Has the Crown been lobbied at all?
I'm sorry, but nobody lobbies the PPSC Council. We're independent, we act independently.
An environmental group wants Canadians to be able to present victim impact statements on the VW charges.
When it's a big corporate offender, they keep the victims away so they can give their friends, the big corporations, a free pass.
The judge in the case is considering how to handle public intervention. He'll rule next week. Until then, details of the plea deal between the government and Volkswagen will be kept a secret. Sean O'Shea, Global News, Toronto.
European Union leaders have agreed to become carbon neutral by 2050, but it's a much weaker deal than many had hoped for, and Poland has already pulled out, declaring it will reach carbon neutrality at its own pace. The goal is to make Europe the first carbon neutral continent, which would involve overhauling the EU economy. The 2050 goal is a commitment under the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has also announced plans to make Canada carbon neutral by 2050. It's not clear what steps the Liberal government will take to achieve that.